Welcome back, Prealgebra students. We're in lesson 74. We're going to talk about inserting parenthesis and the order of addition. This is kind of an review of what we've done a few lessons back. So we know that in math we can subtract 5 minus 3 and get 2. What we're really doing, we've already discussed, is adding a positive 5 to a negative 3, getting the same combination. Or you can also envision this as a positive 5 being combined with a negative 3. Now we know the rules that says if we have different signs, we're going to take the sign of the larger number and we're going to subtract these two numbers from one another and we get 2. So the answer would be positive 2. All right, so let us do a practice problem here. We have negative 2 plus 3 minus 5 plus 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to take negative 2 and combine it with positive 3. Different signs. The larger number is a positive, so we're going to subtract 2 from 3 and we get 1. So the answer is a positive 1. So now we're going to take positive 1 and bring down negative 5 and combine these two numbers together. They're different numbers or different signs, and the larger number has a negative. So we're going to subtract 1 from 5 and get 4. Okay? Now we're going to bring down this positive 7 and we're going to combine it with the negative 4. So we have different signs and the larger number is positive. So when we subtract 4 from 7, we get 3. So the answer is going to be a positive 3. Okay? All right, let's do one more like this. Uh-oh, my computer's thinking. That's always makes me nervous. There we go. So let's do 74.2. And we're going to do negative 3 minus 2 minus 6 plus 2 minus 7. Now we've done these enough. I think that you ought to be able to do this on your own. So I would like for you to pause the video, work this problem, then press play and see if you get the same answer that I do. All right, go ahead and pause. All right. If you got a negative 16, then you got the correct answer. So first we had a negative 3 and a negative 2 combining. That would give us a negative 5. Then we brought down our negative 6. Negative 5 and negative 6 are the same sign, so they are going to keep that sign and be added together. So that's a negative 11. Now we have a positive 2. We brought that in. A negative 11 plus 2. They're different signs. So we take the sign of the larger number, which is 11. So we have a negative, and then we say 11 minus 2 is 9. Now we bring down our negative 7. Both of these signs are the same, so we keep that sign, and we add the two numbers together, and we get negative 16. And if you got negative 16, then good job. That is the right answer. All right, let's look at the order of addition. It's the second part of lesson 74. So we're going to start with 74.3. Addition is always left to right, whether it is addition or whether it is subtraction. There are some things that you can look at ahead of time, however. So if you separate these numbers, right, into independent numbers, and you're just taking these numbers on their own merit, we can evaluate them and cause ourselves to do a little bit less math in the process. Okay, so for instance, I see a negative 3 and a positive 3. A negative 3 and a positive 3 is the same as 3 minus 3. So those two can actually cancel each other out. It's almost like factoring. Now we have a negative 2 and a negative 4. Those two numbers are the same sign, and we can combine them with the same and keep the same sign. We're going to add them together. So it's going to be negative 6, right? And now we have a positive 5, two different signs. We're going to bring these together. 6 is bigger, so our answer is going to be negative. 6 minus 5 is 1. So our answer is a negative 1. All right, so you kind of see how that works. Let's try one more. 74.4. And we have negative 2 minus 4 minus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4. So the thing I like to do is circle the numbers, put the sign with the number, right? And there's going to come a point when you don't have to circle these anymore, when you can just see it in your head how they go together, right? So we have a negative 4 and a positive 4. Those will cancel each other out. 4 minus 4 is 0. So get rid of those. We have a negative 3 and a positive 3. Those cancel each other out. So get rid of those. Now we have a negative 2 and a positive 2. Those cancel each other out because 2 minus 2 is 0. So we've gotten rid of everything except this positive 2. So the answer has to be positive 2 because it's the only thing left. All right. So that's just another way to think about addition, is to think about the individual value of the number, keep the sign with the number, and then you can cancel numbers out. You're not actually having to do a lot of addition so much as evaluation. All right? So think about it like that. If you have any more of these big numbers in the future or these big long lists, you can just circle them with their sign and treat them like individual things that you can shuffle around and cancel each other out. All right, that's all we have for lesson 74, and I'll see you in lesson 75.